How to turn pain into power. Pain is a part of life, and the first step to transforming it into power is to acknowledge it. Too often we try to run from our struggles, bury our emotions, or pretend everything is fine. We distract ourselves with work, social media, or temporary pleasures, thinking that if we ignore the pain long enough, it will go away. But the truth is, pain doesn't disappear when you avoid it. It lingers, it grows, and eventually it demands to be felt. The longer we deny it, the more power it has over us. Real strength comes from facing pain head on. Acknowledging your pain does not mean you are weak. In fact, it's the opposite. It takes courage to admit that you are struggling, to confront the emotions you've been running from, and to sit with the discomfort without trying to escape it. When you acknowledge your pain, you take the first step toward healing and growth. You regain control instead of letting it control you. Think about the most inspiring people in the world: leaders, athletes, entrepreneurs, and survivors. They all have something in common. They've been through pain, but they didn't let it define them. Instead, they accepted it, learned from it, and used it as fuel to rise above their circumstance. They did not pretend to be unaffected. They acknowledged their struggles, embraced their scars, and used their experiences to build something greater. Pain is not your enemy. It is a signal, a message, a challenge. It is life's way of telling you that something needs to change, that you are being shaped into something stronger. Instead of asking, "Why me?" start asking, "What can I learn from this?" The moment you stop denying your pain and start embracing it, you gain the power to transform it into something meaningful. You turn suffering into strength, wounds into wisdom, and obstacles into opportunities. So, the next time life knocks you down, don't run from the pain. Stand tall and acknowledge it. Because only when you face your struggles can you begin the journey of turning them into power. Pain is often seen as something to be avoided, something that holds us back. But what if we could change the way we look at it? What if, instead of seeing pain as suffering, we saw it as a teacher? Every hardship, every struggle, every failure carries a lesson, but it's up to us to find it. Think about the moments in life when you've grown the most. Were they times of comfort and ease, or were they the moments when you were pushed beyond your limits, forced to face challenges, and made to endure difficulties you never thought you could handle? Pain has a way of teaching us what we are truly capable of. It shows us our weaknesses, but it also reveals our strengths. It forces us to adapt, to rethink, and to grow. Many of the most successful and influential people in the world didn't reach greatness because life was easy for them. They struggled, they failed, they fell down countless times, but instead of seeing those failures as the end, they saw them as lessons. Every rejection, every setback, every loss taught them something valuable. It made them stronger, wiser, and more determined. When you experience pain, don't just ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, ask, "What is this teaching me?" Maybe it's teaching you resilience, patience, or the importance of trusting yourself. Maybe it's pushing you toward a new path, one you wouldn't have considered otherwise. The most powerful people in the world are not those who have never faced pain. They are the ones who learned from it and used it to build a better future. Pain is not meant to break you. It is meant to shape you. If you choose to see it that way, no hardship will ever be wasted. Every struggle will become a stepping stone, and every challenge will push you closer to the person you are meant to be. Pain has the power to break you, but it also has the power to build you. The difference lies in how you respond to it. Every difficult experience, every heartbreak, every failure carries energy. You can either let that energy drain you, or you can use it to push yourself forward. The choice is always yours. History is filled with stories of people who turned their struggles into their greatest strengths. Think of athletes who trained harder after every defeat, entrepreneurs who built empires after losing everything, or individuals who found their true purpose after enduring deep personal pain. They didn't let their hardships define them. Instead, they used them as fuel. Pain became their driving force, not their downfall. When you're going through tough times, it's easy to feel stuck, to believe that things will never get better. But the truth is, pain is not a dead end, it's a doorway. It's an opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to become someone stronger than before. The key is to take that pain and channel it into something meaningful. If you're hurt, use that energy to improve yourself. If you've been rejected, let it drive you to prove your worth. If you failed, let it push you to work harder and smarter. Pain is a powerful force, but it doesn't have to control you. You can transform it into determination, resilience, and wisdom. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never faced hardship. They are the ones who refuse to let it stop them. Instead of being consumed by your struggles, use them. Take that pain, turn it into power, and let it drive you toward the life you were meant to live. Life will test you. It will throw challenges your way, break you down, and push you to your limits. In those moments when everything feels heavy, you have a choice. Either let the pain consume you or use it to build yourself into someone stronger. Strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop through struggle, through endurance, through refusing to quit when things get tough. Every great achievement in history was built on a foundation of resilience. The most successful people weren't the ones who had it easy. They were the ones who faced failure after failure and still kept moving forward. They understood that pain wasn't there to destroy them, but to shape them into something greater. Resilience is the ability to stand tall even when the world tries to bring you down. It's the mindset that says, I will not let this defeat me. But resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about growing. It's about taking every hardship and using it to build a stronger version of yourself. When you go through struggles, you gain wisdom. When you push through obstacles, you build character. When you refuse to give up, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from overcoming it lasts forever. Every battle you fight, every storm you endure is preparing you for something bigger. So when life gets hard, don't break, rise. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself why you started. The challenges you face today will become the strength you rely on tomorrow. Keep going, keep fighting, and never forget that the hardest moments are the ones that make you unstoppable. Pain has a way of making us feel stuck, powerless, and lost. It can drain our energy, cloud our judgment, and make us believe that we have no control over our lives. But the truth is, pain is not the end of the road. It is the beginning of transformation. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise is simple: action. Sitting with pain, dwelling on it, and letting it consume you will only make it stronger. But when you take that pain and turn it into action, you regain control. If you've been hurt, use that energy to become stronger. If you fail, let it push you to work harder. If you've lost something, let it drive you to rebuild even better than before. Pain is powerful, but it only has as much power as you give it. Some of the greatest achievements in history came from people who refused to let their pain stop them. They used heartbreak, failure, and rejection as fuel to push forward. Every setback became a lesson, every loss became motivation, and every struggle became a reason to keep going. They didn't wait for things to change, they made the change happen. The next time you feel pain, don't just sit with it. Channel it. Turn your sadness into strength, your frustration into focus, and your anger into determination. Let every difficulty you face push you towards something greater, because in the end, pain is not meant to paralyze you. It is meant to push you into action, to make you stronger, to remind you that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Pain has a way of making us focus on what's missing, what's broken, and what's wrong. It's easy to get lost in frustration, disappointment, and sadness when things don't go the way we hoped. But even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude is not about ignoring pain. It's about choosing to see the light even when everything feels dark. Life is full of struggles, but it is also full of blessings. Even in pain, there are lessons to be learned, strength to be gained, and growth to be achieved. The challenges we face shape us, and when we take a moment to appreciate what we still have, we shift our mindset from being a victim of our circumstances to being in control of our future. Think about the things you have overcome. Think about the people who have stood by you, the experiences that have made you wiser, and the small victories you may have overlooked. Gratitude does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. It means recognizing that despite the hardships, there is still something to be thankful for. Whether it's the chance to start again, the lessons learned, or simply the fact that you're still here, still fighting. Pain can make you bitter, or it can make you better. The choice is yours. When you practice gratitude, even in difficult times, you take control of your emotions. You stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on what's possible. No matter how hard life gets, there is always something to be thankful for. And when you find it, you'll discover that gratitude has the power to turn pain into strength, loss into wisdom, and struggle into resilience. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful influence on your mindset, your emotions, and your ability to grow. When you're struggling, when you're in pain, you need strength, not just from within, but from those around you. The wrong people can drain your energy, feed your doubts, and make your pain feel even heavier. But the right people, they can lift you up, push you forward, and remind you of your strength when you forget it yourself. Think about the people in your life. Do they encourage you? Do they inspire you to be better? Or do they bring negativity, doubt, and unnecessary stress? If you want to turn your pain into power, you need to be around those who remind you of your potential, who believe in you, and who push you to keep going even when you feel like giving up. Strong people don't just appear in your life by accident. You have to choose them. Seek out those who challenge you, who support you, and who help you grow. Let go of toxic relationships, of people who constantly bring negativity and make you feel like you're not enough. You don't have to carry their weight on top of your own. When you surround yourself with strength, something incredible happens. You start to believe in yourself more. You start to see new possibilities. You realize that no matter how hard life gets, you don't have to go through it alone. The people in your life should be a source of motivation, not a reason for stress. Choose wisely, because the company you keep has the power to shape the person you become. Your pain is not just yours alone. It may feel isolating, like no one else can understand what you're going through, but the truth is everyone experiences struggle in some form. The difference between those who stay stuck in their pain and those who rise above it is what they do with it. You have the power to turn your pain into something bigger than yourself, to use it as a source of inspiration for others. Think about the people who have inspired you the most. Were they people who never faced challenges? Or were they the ones who overcame the impossible, who pushed through heartbreak, failure, and hardship and turned their struggles into something meaningful? The stories that move us, that change lives, come from people who refuse to let their pain define them. Instead, they used it to uplift others. When you share your journey, your challenges, your failures, your lessons, you give others permission to keep fighting. You show them that they are not alone. You become proof that pain is not the end of the road, but a stepping stone to something greater. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are reminders of your resilience. And when you allow others to see them, you give them hope for their own battles. Your struggles have meaning, not just for you, but for those who need to hear your story. Someone out there is facing the same pain you once did, and your words, your journey, your strength could be the reason they don't give up. Pain loses its power when you use it to empower others. So don't keep your strength to yourself. Share it, and in doing so, you'll turn your own hardships into a source of inspiration for the world. The past has a way of holding on to us. Painful memories, regrets, and failures can feel like chains, keeping us stuck in a place we no longer belong. But no matter how much pain you have endured, no matter what mistakes you have made, your past does not define your future. What matters is what you do next. Too often, people live in the shadows of their past, replaying old wounds, reliving failures, and holding on to bitterness. But dwelling on what's behind you won't change it. The only thing you have control over is the present moment and the choices you make moving forward. Every second you spend looking back is a second you lose in building a better future. Growth happens when you stop letting your past control your mindset. Instead of seeing past mistakes as proof that you can't succeed, see them as lessons that prepared you for what's ahead. Instead of letting past pain make you bitter, let it make you stronger. Every struggle you have endured has shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. You have the power to rewrite your story. No matter how dark your past may have been, your future is still unwritten. You can't change what happened, but you can decide what happens next. Let go of what no longer serves you, forgive yourself, and step forward with courage. The best version of you is still waiting to be created, and the only way to reach it is to stop looking back and start moving forward. Pain has a way of making us feel small, as if we are powerless against the challenges life throws our way. But within every person lies incredible strength, far greater than they realize. The difference between those who overcome their pain and those who are consumed by it is belief. The belief that they are strong enough to rise, to heal, and to rebuild. Every challenge you have faced, every hardship you have endured has given you proof of your strength. Think about the moments in your life when you thought you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are. You have survived every bad day, every heartbreak, every failure. That is not weakness. That is resilience. That is power. The key to turning pain into strength is trusting yourself. Trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Trust that even when things feel impossible, you have the ability to adapt, to grow, and to come out stronger. Strength is not about never falling, it's about getting back up every time you do. Doubt will try to creep in, fear will whisper that you're not strong enough, but you must silence those voices and remind yourself of the truth. You are more powerful than you know. The pain you feel today is not the end, it is the beginning of something greater. If you believe in your own strength, there is nothing that can break you. So stand tall, face your struggles, and know that you already have everything you need within you to overcome them.